हेलो गाइस। सो जल्दी जल्दी अपने फ्रेंड्स को बोल दो, लाइव कोड स्टार्ट होने वाली है फुल स्टैक की। बाकी किसी का अगर कोई क्वेश्चन हो या फिर कुछ सजेशन तो आप अपने लाइव चैट्स में डाल सकते हो। मैं वहाँ से पढ़ लूँगा, देख लूँगा एंड देन वी विल डू ऑन समथिंग ऑन दैट। बाकी मैं प्रेजेंट कर देता हूँ, बिल्ड विद उद्यमी के बारे में आप लोगों को कुछ बता देता हूँ। सो गाइस, this is our build with Udyami cohort, online cohort है, and this session is for full stack। तो हमारे दो सेशंस पहले हो चुके हैं, वो हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे ही पड़े हुए हैं। यू कैन जस्ट गो एंड चेक इट आउट। एंड ये आज हमारी वीक 1 का थर्ड है लेक्चर। सो दिस इज आवर बिल्ड विद उद्यमी प्रेजेंटेड बाय उद्यमी क्लब GLB CRI। And this is our website, build with udemy.internshipexpo.online। You can just scan this QR code and explore our website। इस वेबसाइट के अंदर सारी चीज़ें हैं, लाइक एक्सपीरियंस और आपका गेटअप से कनेक्शन वगैरह। तो आप जो भी प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाएंगे, जो भी आपका लीडर बोर्ड वगैरह होगा, वो आप इधर एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, इधर जान सकते हैं कि आप कहाँ स्टैंड कर रहे हैं। आप डायरेक्ट गूगल पे डाल सकते हैं या फिर QR स्कैन भी कर सकते हैं। And our sponsor, our partner, Oscode. Oscode really helped us in finding the best mentor जो हमने इस सेशन के लिए चूज़ किए हैं। सो मैं आपको ऑस्कोड के बारे में बता देता हूँ। ऑस्कोड इज़ इंडियाज फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग डेवलपिंग कम्युनिटी फॉर कंप्यूटर साइंस, IT एंड AI स्टूडेंट। 50,000 से भी ज़्यादा कम्युनिटी मेंबर्स हैं ऑस्कोड के अक्रॉस द इंडिया। टॉप टियर मेंटर्स फ्रॉम गूगल, अमेजोन एंड माइक्रोसॉफ्ट। सारे मेंटर्स ऑक्सफोर्ड के अंदर के थ्रू हम जैसे कोई सेशन अटेंड करते हैं, कुछ करते हैं, तो फिर उसमें दे रियली हेल्प अस इन टीचिंग द स्टूडेंट्स एंड ऑर्गेनाइजिंग द हैकाथॉन्स और DS या कोडिंग राउंड्स। एंड जो हमारे सर हैं, uh, अभिषेक सर, उन्होंने 362 फ्री इवेंट्स किए हैं थ्रू ऑक्सफोर्ड। सो this platform is really grateful, and a big thank you for Oxford for supporting the build with Udemy 2026. So guys, yeah, here is your attendance code ABWU_776। This is your first attendance code, starting code है। सब स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो या अपने दोस्तों को बोलो कि भाई लाइव ज्वाइन करो, यहाँ पे कोड है, तो यू कैन जस्ट गाइस डू दिस। बाकी वी आर वेटिंग फॉर द सर, तो जैसे सर आ जाएंगे तो हम लाइव स्टार्ट कर देंगे। सो या आई गेस सर इज है। मैं अपनी स्क्रीन शेयर ऑफ कर देता हूँ। बाकी मैं सर के बारे में बता देता हूँ। अभिषेक सर इज SD2 इन हैस्टिंग डिलाइट, where he works on building scalable, secure, and cloud-native software solutions with expertise in modern web technologies, backend systems, cloud platforms, and software architecture. He has experience developing an application and solving the real-world business challenges. तो ये नीचे सर के दो सोशल्स हैं, इंस्टाग्राम एंड लिंक्डइन। यू कैन जस्ट स्कैन दिस QR कोड एंड कनेक्ट विद सर। एंड आप सर के बारे में जान सकते हैं ज़्यादा, एंड उनसे कनेक्ट करके जो भी आपकी क्वेरीज हैं वो 1 to 1 आप इंटरेक्ट करके पूछ सकते हैं। So this is about our mentor, and now I will hand it over to our sir, Abhishek sir.
Yeah, hi section. Hi team. Yep, thank you. Hi everyone. I hope
Yes, sir.
you guys are doing great. Yeah, I'll just zoom in a bit. I hope this is visible. Okay. So before starting to the third session, just wanted to ask, does anyone has any doubts? And I hope you guys have accessed the GitHub. Last time I have shared with you guys. So yeah, I mean, you can find your the codes. So the session-wise code into this repo. So I have pushed the changes for the last session. Okay. So today, just before starting the session, does anyone has any doubt, Saksham or Akshat?
नो सर, टिल नाउ तो मैं अभी सारे लाइव्स पढ़ रहा हूँ, तो उसके अंदर मैंने बोला है जिनको डाउट है वो पूछ सकते हैं, अभी तक मेरे को कोई मिला नहीं.
Okay, cool, perfect. So
Sir, the students are saying कि please increase the size of your screen, like थोड़ा छोटा हो रहा है.
okay, this works. This is fine. Mm, yeah. So yeah, guys. Before to start the session, I'll just check with this. Okay, so the last time I have mentioned will be mostly covering this part, or not only this part. This is like a theory part. So we'll be have more in-depth knowledge about the React and how the React works, why we need React. And since this is like very related to the JavaScript, that's why I mean for the previous sessions, I've tried to complete most of the things in JavaScript. And yeah, so before start with React, I'll just quickly give you why we need React and what is the importance of it. So, and this is a vanilla JS. So if you are very new in the JavaScript, so vanilla JS is nothing, it's just plain JavaScript. The name vanilla comes from, I mean, as you can see, there's ice cream. So it's a very bland and plain thing. That's why they have mentioned the name as vanilla. So vanilla JS is simply standard JavaScripts we have, and React. Now the difference or what the importance of React is. See, like with JavaScript is something, if you have to change or make if you wanted to do something interactive in with the help of JavaScript, you have to play with the DOM, and then you have to manually update every piece of information, everything with that DOM. Now there is a lot more challenges we face while trying to do so. So there is like bug prone things are there. So that makes I mean every time you have to update the DOM. So if some component is reusing multiple, I mean we are using some multiple places. So I mean every time you have to go and make the changes, and you have to make sure the ID is correct for every places. So these are the few challenges we face while working with plain JavaScript. Now, there is a lot more solutions. Again, we can still build some reusable HTML pages as well, or component level division we can do. But still, we face issues like manually typing everything, and then, like I mentioned, this is like it makes our development very slow. So to overcome those challenges, a developer has built this React. This is a people call it as a framework, but still, this is a library we use to build a UI. And in JavaScript, if you talk about the framework, there is one more thing, which is Angular. Angular is a something as a framework we have, AngularJS. Now, React is we do same kind of work how we were doing using HTML, CSS. There are few advantage with React. Advantages are like we can reuse the component. We can a component is like, okay, before giving that explanation, component is like building blocks. Building block is like you have a full house. Within that house, that one brick you see, that is a component. So collection of component, you can make pages, you can make your complete UI, a working UI. So component is something like there's a button, and you can customize that button. You can put some text field, some form. These are the things you can build using components. Component is, the definition of component is simple. Whatever smallest thing, you can break something and you can reuse it. That is, you can make it as a component. Okay. This is what how we call in React a component is. So React is made up of lot of components, and with the help of components, you can make page, you can make the complete feature, the flow, or a lot more things. So yeah, this is about what is components and React and why it exists. There's one more thing. In normal JavaScript, we also have to monitor, okay, what are the things we are updating in between. So with the help of event listeners, we try to just check, okay, if user is changing something, we have to update some other places, some page in the UI, some section of the UI. So in React, we have a lot more feature, and we have inbuilt few things which you React is like, okay, I'll be taking care of it. You just try to focus and building the UI pages. I'll just focus on changing the things. I'll just check what other things has updated and what other things I have to show into the UI, what are the components and section I have to update. And there's also comes into picture one word as virtual DOM. So virtual DOM is again something React internally handles, and it is one of the feature, really cool feature for the React. So if you try to go into more depth of that, you will get to know. The work is simple, how DOM is working, but yeah, there is a few advantage of it, and I hope, you can just go and just check what virtual DOM does. Now, coming about the JSX, JSX syntax. Before JSX syntax, let's understand what is JSX. So it's like a JavaScript XML. This is a way of writing your React components, and so browser doesn't understand this JSX thing. Okay, so React internally converts while rendering this from JSX to standard JS. And few of the things React uses, one of the popular is Babel. Babel is responsible for converting this JSX into JavaScript. And yeah, so JSS syntax is simple. One thing is, you have to put it into these tags, and you have to define everything. There is some self-closing tags, and then there is a like this, and there will be like how you do for divs and all these kind of tags. So yeah, JSS syntax is simple. I'll just show you. It's a mix of JavaScript and HTML. So as you can just derive from the definition as well, JSX is JavaScript XML format. Yeah, till now coming back to props and state. So props and state is like, props is something as a properties. Assume like you are having a lot more things into the UI page. Okay, and now you wanted to pass few information. Okay, some piece of information you wanted to pass from one component to another component. So how you will do it? So there are a few methods. One is state, and another one is props. So there are some I mean toolkit as well, but we will talk for that later point of time. So props is nothing, it's properties. So that is, we have cut shorted into the props. So prop is like we will pass it from parent to children, and it's always a one-way communication. You should not change the values within the props. And in simpler words, props is few values or few variables you are passing from the parent, from parent level to children level. Parent is another component and children is another component. So that is a prop. And then state is like within the component itself, state will be maintained. So it's like if component is done, the state will state will get destroyed. It's not completely destroyed, it's like within that state, within that component it will be present. But yeah, I mean, it need not you will not be able to access outside of the you know component. So that is about state. And state is again one more thing. If I'll add it, is just assume you have a variable and that has a some memory, and that memory, with the help of that memory, the state or perform some operations. So this is how the state and props are. Now rendering flow. Okay, let me just give you one diagram. Mm, yeah. Mm, let me bring this also. Yeah, fine. Yeah. So okay. Let me just go first with rendering. Yeah. So rendering is something. I mean, how you will update your UI. So that is your rendering flow. So update UI is responsible based on the changes in the state, and then there is a changes in the your DOM, and based on that your UI will render. And that is something like I mentioned, based on few tweaks you can make your React work, because React is I mean, given you enough feature. Okay, just uh, give me these kind of things, I'll be giving you the updated UI. You need not to manually go and update the DOM. So we will talk more about this. Okay, just giving you an overview. And this is the again one of the advantage. That's why we are using the React. Now, one-way data flow, like I mentioned, props is responsible for that, and React has one-way data flow. Now, there's a one more thing. Angular. Angular has this two-way data flow. One-way and two-way data flow is like you can pass your piece of information or values from top to bottom hierarchy. So it's like if this is your parent, then this is your child, then you can only pass this information from here to here. You can't pass this information from here to here. Okay. So that is how one-way data flow works. But in Angular, this scene is possible. I mean, you can pass either of it. So if you are very eager to learn more about how two-way data flow works, so you can just go and just Google it for how Angular manages those things. Now, component tree structure. Component tree structure is like we have one centralized file, which is app.jsx. So within that app.jsx, we try to render everything, and that app.jsx is internally managed by one indexed HTML file. So eventually we are showing index, yeah, eventually we are showing HTML file to the user, but we are trying to write the code into the form of JSX. And now, once we build everything, the React will, make a like component level structure, which is like it will break. Okay, if we have a head section, heading section, then we have a footer section, then here we have a main page. So like that, you can break it. So yeah, and then React hooks. So we have hooks. Hooks. I'll just show you one of the hooks is like use effect. So this is again one of the hooks React uses. Hooks is something which is responsible. I mean, with this type of letter, you can whatever you write. I mean, one first small, then after that one's capital, camel case kind of thing. You'll be able to make any hook. I mean, you can create your own hooks as well. Now, this particularly hooks is responsible for updating your the DOM manually. So like I mentioned, React handles the updation of DOMs. Is it virtual or uh, how you wanted to update the page? So React handle by itself. Now there are a few scenarios you can encounter. Okay, I wanted to manually reload the page or reload the component, and I wanted to user to show, okay, this is what once you click on this page, you will get updated format data here. So to do that manually within the same page, or I mean like that, you can use the use effect. There's again few more in-depth information. There's a lot more things in the use effect. We will talk in this session. So this is about the overview of React. Now coming back, like this is one of the again kind of a tree structure I have created for you guys, so that will be easy for you to understand. At the end of the session, I'll be pushing everything into the GitHub. If you want, you can access these materials and diagram into my GitHub. Now, like I mentioned, we have defined vanilla JS and React. React is like manual DOM updates. Everything you have to do it manually. Okay, let me give you one more example. Live to you guys. So I'll create. Okay. Before that, let me just give you one. Before we'll start, I'll just give you one more piece of information. So earlier we were using React. So earlier we were using directly React create command, but we stopped using that command, and there is one another way to create React, which is white, and this is one of the very popular, and React also have adopted. Now the problem what we had earlier. Okay, but before that, just wanted to know from each one of you, do you guys have installed Node.js in your uh, system? If not, I mean, try to install this one. Otherwise, you guys will not be able to use the React or Node.js in upcoming session. Try to do with LTS. This is long-term support. I guess, yeah. And yeah, Windows you can use for NVM or whatever it would be. But Docker, though, I don't feel. Okay, fine. You can just go and try to download with MSI. I guess you guys will be able to do so. If you guys are using Mac, again, you can go and check for Mac as well. Okay. So if you have downloaded, I mean, if will be in your system, then only you'll be able to use React, because React works in the NPM packages. And if this node will be not there, then you guys will not be able to use the NPM packages. Yeah. So we'll try to use this command. So earlier React was using their own, create command, but there's a lot more piece of information React pushes into your system, which you guys will eventually not be able to using, and it's like useless files to you, because initially it will be very difficult to make use of everything. And this is a very lightweight package, white, and it creates within your system a light React app. So I mean, that helps you a lot initially. Okay, so now before going to that, let me just try to create this one, and I'll just do React app. Fine. Let it get created. It will ask few piece of information, I hope. In that meantime, let me bring one more thing for you guys. Yeah, so this is about ESLint. ESLint is ESLint is like it is responsible for checking your React code. You can use the up and down arrow keys. Is my screen is not shared? Okay, it is shared.
So it is hearing.
Okay. Yeah. So you can go for ESLint. ESLint is responsible for checking all the information, whatever you are typing while writing the React code. So it's like if you are missing few syntax, if you are not able to uh, put component in correct format, then this will give you a warning and error, and you can disable it for, I mean, if you want. But yeah, it's better if you keep this as on, and because I mean, initially you will do a lot of mistakes, so this will help you a bit. And install with npm, I'll just put yes, and now it's creating my app. Okay, now I'll just give you folder. Just give me a minute. Let it get installed. Just okay, fine. So let me see React UI components. We have covered vanilla React. Okay, I just wanted to show you this, guys. That's why I'm trying to install. After that, we'll be having a smooth flow installing. Okay, till then, I'll just copy the things manually and show you. That would not consume a lot more time. So, React.md. So if, okay, let's start working. I'll come back on that. Now, the reason, like I mentioned, theoretically, why we are using, React, and what is the advantage of having the React than normal standard JavaScript. Now I'll just show you. See, this is the normal code. Okay. Mm, Yeah. So this is the normal code, what you will try to, run into your HTML to make a counter. Counter is like something, you are clicking on something and the count is getting increased. Okay. Now I'll show you how counter will look like if you try to do something with React. This is the counter. Okay. Now I'll just come on the folder structure, how the things works. But let me, before that, I'll just clear few things. I'll come what why I have cleared everything. This is a boilerplate code. So React gives when you try to initialize your repo. Okay, fine. So if I go here, see, I can see only React. Now, yeah. So this is the counter code. If you see here, this is what we have written using JavaScript. Now, this is the code what we have written for counter and this with the help of React. Now, few things, if I mention you, yeah, few things, if I mention to you guys, after this code, this is only JS. Now, after this code also, you have to put HTML, you have to put, buttons and everything. It's not like, okay, with the help of this only, you will be able to run. But for React, to just make that simple counter, you have to put only this much value. Of course, there's a CSS involved on that, but yeah, CSS won't be any issue because CSS you can modify. But the problem is like why I wanted to write, if I have to make a simple counter, why I should be writing, just some 50 lines of code. So this is what the advantage of React we have. And coming back here, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Let me raise the mermaid diagram. I'll just minimize this. Okay, I need some space into my screen. Yeah. So this is what I was just trying to show you guys. Okay. Now in React, it's very easy. Now building blocks, like I mentioned, this is a component. So again, the file goes. Let me go from here. So this is one component. Okay, you can consider this as one component, or if you want, I mean, you can put this into separate and just try to call here. That will again act as a component, but yeah, you have to put a state within that. Otherwise, this won't work. This is what I was talking about state. I'll come on this. Okay, why we have these two variables and this. This will be like very strange because this is something we are encountering JavaScript for the first time. We have always discovered let, var, char, and these kind of variables with the const value. Just simple variable. So I'll come this later point of time. Now, this is a building block of React. So you can create as many as components you want based on your, creativity. Okay, I just wanted to break it down, very simple way. You can follow some architecture as well. We have used one of the project atomic architecture. It's like you are breaking your all the components into very small pieces. So you can just go and check what atomic architecture. I'll just make a note here so that you guys can, after this session, if you want, you guys can go. So this is yeah. For you. Okay, so this also you can follow. We generally break everything like button and all. so that we can reuse it and we customize it, like we pass it props and everything within this function. I'll just come on that later on. So this is a building block of your hard to achieve into the HTML. So this is one of the again advantage. Now, like I mentioned, this is the typical language where how we write React components, and this is a similar combination of JavaScript and HTML. So like this is the tags you guys use in HTML. This is again, this is a class name. Here, I mean, we don't have class. Class is reserved, like how imports and everything are reserved here. See, imports and this is function. These are the words which is like reserved for React. So class is something it's already reserved for some things. Now, this is some format we also follow in HTML as well. But I mean, we follow here camel casing. One more thing. Here we always follow camel case on click and everything in HTML, typical HTML. We just click it. We will just make it as on click. So this is like normal Java, now normal HTML. If you try to hover also here, see HTML button elements also. Now within that we are putting some JavaScript thing like this. This is something we usually achieve into our HTML code using with the help of JavaScript. But here we are able to achieve within the same button. Okay, so this is one of the again advantage. And this is how the format we write into. Now, coming by props, okay, let me just give you a few more things. Okay, props, I'll just come. So I'll just give you first example without props and just we'll see what are the issue we face. Okay, okay, but before coming to props, let me just make you walk through about this React complete application thing. Okay, so once we try to create, this is a node modules. Node module is something like a library package where all your packages got installed within your system. So if your React wanted to access something, like this is use state, like that we have a lot more things you can say. There's a one of the famous package, we have a node mon that is a continue to run server. But now earlier, yeah, one of the I can say advantage of using white. Earlier when we were using CRA, I mean create React app, we were facing issues. Okay, just continuous dev server, like how we are able to run for now. Okay, so if you try to yeah, I don't know how I'll just show you guys. Yeah, so if I just change here, by default this is initialized state kind of variable. So if I try to save here, it will start with 3 only. So like you saw, if I have made some changes into the React in I mean at the same point of time, we are able to see the changes into the UI. Now earlier it was very challenging, because earlier either you have to install your continuous server, which is nodemon. It's like it will make your React or Node server to running and checking all the information. Okay, what are the changes you have done, and you have to modify some package.json here. But now it's very easy for you, because white itself given you that piece of feature. Now coming back, yeah, coming back to this side, uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, coming back to the packages, whatever we installed for to use in our React app, all the things will be installed in this site into the node modules. Make sure, I mean, you can delete this folder. You can, if you try to put a command npm install, you'll be able to get back this folder again. This is a public repo. Here you can put the icons, like this is a React icon here, you can see. Okay, so these are the things, few things you can put into this public repo. Now coming back to SRC is a thing which is responsible for all your code. Is it like a feature or whatever it could be? We have to play around SRC. I'll come that into later. Okay, this is the git ignore. Git ignore is responsible for, okay, if you need not to if you don't want to push some changes into the GitHub, you can add those kind of things, and node modules should be the part of this, because you don't want to push this node modules. Okay, this is I mean, again, it's a heavy package. You should not push also, because every time whenever you wanted to run these things, or you wanted to run this complete React, is it like a server or is it like your local, you can do it, you can install it. So that's why we always put into node modules, because we don't need it into your running environment. Running environment will create by their own. Okay, now few again folder dist and these kind of things is like once we try to build our React app, this is like a pure dev server. I mean, all the things whatever you are doing, it is parallelly running. Now there is a build package. Build package is something, once you try to complete all your features, you shrink it into one small package, one small library or small file, and it will be responsible for your running into your server. So I mean, sometimes you build a lot more things and your React uh, you know complete React app will become heavier. So to avoid that, we have made a feature as a build app. So build app will eventually shrink your all the things, and it will just format it into how your browser requires. Okay, it would be JavaScript or TypeScript, or I mean, how you feel like, okay, in that format you want it to go. Okay, yeah. So this is about git ignore. ES-linked configuration, this is the same thing like I mentioned. You can disable or enable, like see here, we are watching what are the files, .js file, .jss file. Whatever changes, whatever things I have written in this file, just try to look into this. I'm just making my ES link to be aware of. Now I can disable and everything from here. That should not be an issue. You can just try and play around it. And this is mostly you say we call it as a pre-commit hook, or this is like one of the thing is ESLint, and then there is a sonar cube as well, sonar issues as well. So these are the things we generally check. Okay, you can define rules also. I just wanted to import in camel case, in sort order, or these kind of things you can for sure do it. Now this is index.html. Yeah, this is index.html. Index.html is the file where my all components will be rendering. Now React actually, if you go here, this is the main file. Okay, now main.jsx. Now if you come back here, see, your main file is main.jsx. So we are saying, okay, you just go try to open this main.jsx. Now this main.jsx is the file which is responsible for all the things, and which is responsible for rendering all your UI. So assume you have one index.html, one single HTML. Within that single HTML, you are pushing all the components. It's like one page feature, and within that one page you are trying to put all your pages. Now one page will go and next page will come. So these kind of things we do in React, and this is again one of the things is famous for React is one page UI. So we always monitor main.jsx, and in main.jsx internally call app.jsx. Okay, now what's the difference in main.jsx, app.jsx? Again, in app.jsx we generally don't put any security things, or you can say wrapper classes. So this is a strict mode. This is responsible for components and everything. Now this is app. You can, there's one more thing you can put, like assume tomorrow you wanted to put I mean protect your route protection. Just a simple keyword route protection. If I just try to Google it here. Okay. Like okay, where I can show you. Okay, here, fine. So like this is okay. I'm able to access this session one now. If I am going here, or let's see if I have some few private repositories. Okay, let me just show you. Mm, oh, my net is a bit slow, I feel. Yeah, so we have I have few private repositories. Okay, this is a rough content kind of thing. So yeah, if I try to if someone from you guys will try to access this one, you guys will not be able to access. The reason is like route protection. This is one of the again feature of route protection. Route protection will generally checks. I hope this has something. Or this has something. So route protection is something. Okay, once you just go onto that page, that route protection will check whether you are an authorized person to access that page or not. If not, it will throw you to the default page. Okay, might be this is again router route private route something like that, or else like if I'll just just try to let it be, try to put something like this. Okay, something like this. Yeah, it came within the app. Now this will make sure I can just define this as another component or another as a feature into this my React app, that whatever things or whatever URL user type into the browser will come first here. And let me see whether with the help of token, whatever user is trying to access with this page, it could be session token or cookies. With the help of that, I'll be seeing, okay, is that person is having the access of this page or not. If not, we'll try to block him, and we'll make sure that he lands into some login page or with some page which is like a basic or home page. Okay, this is responsible for that, and you can do a lot more within this. Now this within the app, we try to define our routes, okay, on what thing I mean on like after localhost 5001 or 3001 slash login, if you try to put which page should render, slash sign up you page, if you will keep which page should render. Now one of the cool in React here we do manually. Again, there is a one more what one more thing you can explore is Next.js. Okay, Next.js is one of the again cool UI where you will be able to uh, put these things, routing things dynamically. So it's like within the source, if I have created a folder of my name Abhishek slash some ID or something like that, and then with that folder structure format, I'll be able to access my pages without defining the routes. Now there are dynamic routing is still happening on that, and I mean that thing is very cool. Okay, once you get the chance to work on that, it's a good thing. Now this is talking about app.jsx. Now let me come back on package lock and package.json. So I mean this is a few mentioned in your resume. Okay, I have worked with React, I have worked with Node.js and everything. So with the JS library, the first question they'll ask, okay, what's the difference? Can you give me the difference between package JSON and package log JSON? Because people get very confused here. So I'll just give you in simple words. Okay, package JSON. Okay, you have installed your packages and what version is for. Okay, like I have installed React. Okay, with this 19 version, and then I have ESLint with this version and everything. Okay. Now, package lock is something where whatever things you have installed, where is the location? Okay. So this is mostly for that. So this is actually a Google map for React. Okay. How and where I can find those packages. So this is what is responsible for package.log.json. Now, this is readme.md. Readme.md is like you can define the your feature or whatever UI you have made into this one. This is white.config configuration related to white. You can put it here. You can disable it. You can enable it. You can put a lot more feature within the white. You can explore the white pages, white site, and just see what all the things you can do. Now, coming back here, this is a main.jsx. We are done with this. App.jsx. App.jsx is something like I mentioned, and this is a corresponding CSS for that. Now, index CSS, this is something as a global CSS. Whatever you will type here, it will apply on all the pages and all the things. Okay, you can access in the your within the source anywhere. It will be applicable for all. Now, within the source, now here comes part. Within the source, we define the folder. Okay, so if I define components, assets is again, oh sorry, I missed. Assets is like if you wanted to keep any images or something related to your internal use, whatever images you are using, SVG icon or everything, you can use this. That should not be an issue. Now, coming back to components is like we have created. You can define, like here you have your own, you know, creative skill, how you wanted to define the folder structure, how you can code, how can you make it modular and everything. So it's totally depends on you. Now, if I try to, like I mentioned here, I'll just close session with this. I wanted to show you something. See, there's a lot more things in React, and I hope I'll just give you a gist of it so that you can, later point of time you want, if you wanted to explore, you can explore the things. Okay, say next main. Let it be. This is a preview. Okay. Yeah. So this is the props and parent and child data. So I just wanted to show you guys how this will work. And see, I'll just close this. Okay. I don't need. I'll just try to put all my codes. Let me see. Is this is fine? I mean, are you guys still able to see this one? This much zoom is fine. Sachin, can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is a app. Now let me just try to create a folder or file. Let me do it here only. I'll just comment this. Okay, what is this? Okay. This is fine. I'm not using it, so it's okay. So this is something I have created as a store. So like I mentioned, you can treat this as a one, component. I can create a product file, okay, here within the component, and I can create this much of code there. And at a later point of time, I feel like, okay, I wanted to put some more logic, some more CSS, I can write it. That I mean, I can do it. Okay. Now, again, you can break this one more component as a store. Within that store, if you wanted to interact with product or assume tomorrow there's a shopping cart, payment option, everything is coming, you can put within this one. Now the later the store will again come into this site. This is a store site. Okay, store this app page. Now if I just try to go into my UI side, I just forgot the local host name. Just give me a minute. npm run 5173, something like that. I hope so. Yep. I'll just, or let me just show you here only. Yeah. So see, here I am able to see this is a store. Within the store, I have defined 3 different product card. So I'm able to see. See, I have made only 1 product card, but I'm still able to see 3 different product cards. Now, if you see here, the data is same for all the things. Okay, laptop, price, add to cart. Okay, these are the same data we are able to see, and of course the same behavior for now. Now, if I wanted to define again one last one, now see, since this won't be the case every time, because I'll be using the same component, but I want some different data, because this could be a laptop, another could be a TV, and there could be a monitor or something like that, and CPU. Or, you can have a lot more things. So how you will do it? Okay, so let me give you this one, or let let me do one more thing. Just give me a minute, guys. So this is a product card. Okay, now here comes into picture the props. See, this is what the functionality of props. Earlier it was hard-coded value. Here it was the price, it was add to cart. Now here is the props. Props, if you see, and just check here, props is something, some object or some value which is holding title and price. Now from where we will get this title and price? We'll be checking into like this way. Just give me a minute. Yeah, let's see, we have defined price. Now if you see here, this is a tablet, here you are tablet, here you are price. If I try to change here, see, the price got changed. Now based on this, I can define everything into my props. So if I want to define title as mobile and price as $200, so I can see, okay, already dollar symbol is there, it's 200 only. Now see here, as of now I am providing string, still I'm able to access. If I'm providing into the numbers, still I'm able to access. It's on, we can put another check and validate these kind of information. Now this is one of the way to pass the props. Another way is you can directly pass it like this, title and price. Now if I just remove this, see, there's no change. Still I'm able to see the same data. Now this is one of the way to do it. And if you wanted to put it into some object kind of thing, still that also is possible. So if I just show you, this as product data, and this product data will have title, and this product data will have price, and this product data we will put it here. You can see also from here, see the product data. Now if I wanted to put here something, cons product data, here my title will be laptop, sorry, okay, it will be laptop, and price will be 100. Okay, now if I try to pass this information here, where are we? Are we facing any issues, errors? Let me comment these things for now. Yeah. Was there any error? Yeah. Fine. So yeah, this is how my React cards are working. So I can just put into props the data. Now this is acting as a parent. This is a parent of this guy, this component, and this is a children of store. Now store is also children of app. So you can pass few more data from app to here as a props again. So this is how the props are working, and I mean you can put as many things as you want. Now here's comes one of the strange thing. Props is always a one-way communication. So you can just pass this data, whatever things you wanted to change, you can put information, you can change it here, and you can pass it here. You can't change this product dot title. I mean, you should not change this product dot title and make it work here, because something, this is something React, I mean, there are few laws you can mention. Okay, React has written. So if you will do so, I mean, there will be a lot more things which will go wrong, and including one of the thing is your re-rendering. Okay, now let me just show you one more thing. A simple login page, I guess that would be a better, that will cover your you know, state and props. Okay, let me go with the state first. I'll just go comment code for state. Okay, state though we have. So here, if I just try to do the same, yeah. So here is the state. Now, if I try to, just click on this button, you can see initial. I mean, we are instantly seeing the answers. I mean, the things are getting updated. Now, this is what the re-render does. This is a state, user state. User state is something, this is a like const, this is a variable. You can say, let me just give you a good word for it. A skeleton of state, what state is responsible for set state. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay, I guess just simply giving the format. Okay, so this is a count and this is a set count. This is like a state action. You can see here. Okay, now what it is, or variable state action. action or method. Okay, this is a use state and this is your initial value. Okay, I just kept it in layman terms, but yeah, I guess you will be able to understand. So this is a variable. Variable is like, okay, I can use, this is a normal JavaScript variable, what you declare, it's like const, let, or var, whatever it could be. Okay, this is a set. It always comes with this set keyword. And I mean, you can define everything in your own way, but it's always suggested to make it in this format. So it is a count and make it as set count. If it is a value, this is set value or something like, I mean, that is a generic format we follow. Now, this is a count and this is set count. Count is a value which you can access anywhere. Okay, in your this component level, you can pass this value also as a props, but you should not alter this value directly. Okay, now this set count. Okay, this set count is okay. One more thing, I just gave you wrong information. So this props value you can edit until unless this is not responsible for or any state changes. This props value you can edit, you can alter it, and you can just put it into the next set of code. But here comes part, I was lost in between and just thought this is a state. Okay. So this is state variable, you should not alter it because this is something is responsible for your DOM to manipulate. The same goes for set count. Set count is responsible for changing your value within the count. And with once this value will have the changes, the DOM will see, okay, what are the things value got changed and it will update. And this is the same thing happening once we try to click on this count. Okay. Now, this is a value which is present as initially. So if I make it as a 10 initially, when my page will get render, I'll be able to see 10. And that's what it is for. Okay. So if I just click, I'm able to see the renders. Now, just one more thing. Let me put console.log here and see hi. Okay. Let me show you how many times we are able to see this hi thing. Okay. See, now we have, okay, let me clear. This is again, this is again, this is again, okay. So we are changing the states and that's why we are able to see those many times of re-rendering this complete component. And once we, I mean, you are not able to see the refresh icon on this complete page is going into that load state. It is just changing your, the value, whatever things we have updated. It's just changing those simple UI. That's it. Now this is how we deal with state. Now let me just give you a few more things. Yeah, we create a counter. Let me comment this. I'll just new file .jsx. Okay, this is the again. Put a default. This is user state. I have to import. And let me just try to render this counter. This is the counter. Increment, decrement. These are all the things that are happening on this one. Okay. state based on the changes. Now, if you see here, there's a button with on-click function and the functionality given here. If I'll put it in simpler way, handle increment. Okay. Now let me just go here on handle, see. Mm, I'll just remove this piece of code. See, still it will work on the same way how it was working earlier. Now, if I just show you, we are changing this set count, okay? And within that, we are making this count as +1. We are not directly changing this count as +1, okay? Oh, sorry. Let me just show you count equal to count +1. I hope we'll get errors. Yes, React says count is constant. Fine. Okay. Let me do it here. Where is this? Dev tools. Yes. So React is like preventing you manipulating this variable directly. So it says, I mean, cannot reassign count after render complete. So we should not alter this one. So I guess most prompt thing you can see here. This is, I mean, let me show if it is available or not. You can just read it though. Yeah. Item dot push mutating array push mutation, same reference, no re-render. So it says like if you will try to do, this will not get activated and you will not be able to see the updated information. Though you have done it into the code wise, but you will not be able to see into your UI. Okay. Now this is about it. I'll just come back to the same page. Yeah, this is about how we do the state play around. Now, let me just go and see if I can just bring more things to you guys. I'll create a simple login form, okay? With the help of this one. Or a to-do thing. Let me do it for to-do. New file, to-do.jsx. I don't need React. Will come on one of the again very important thing is so there is a two ways to export this. One is default and another one is like simple. So if you will do with the default, you can access this directly here. If it not, you have to put, there might be chances, okay, there is a lot more export or a lot more function within present in this to-do app. Now let me import use state like how we do for this one. Okay, now this will come as React. This is working fine. Or let it be. Do we have anything? No. It needs to manually. Yeah. So yeah. So if I just like these are the things I'll just show you. This is just very simple to do. If you try to go and make it using, HTML, CSS, it will take a lot of time and lot more efforts because you have to write the JavaScript, HTML, CSS, everything. Now here it's very simple, not very simple, but yeah, kind of a bit of simple. So if I try to delete, I can delete, and this is a local state. If I try to refresh, it will come back. Yeah, see, and I can strike through. Now, if I just make it as learn, oops, yeah, I'm able to do it. So this is again one of the things you can just check it out in this one. And I guess I have utilized here state and props, so I won't say because I'm not creating a lot more components here. But yeah, state I have utilized and a lot more inbuilt function of like map. I have user styles as well here. So you can just try to check. There are a few components what React offers input, and there's a icon. Okay, I have not used icon. There is one more. It was text field or something. Input. Okay, input field only. Yeah, fine. So these are the things I have. I have done in this to do one. You can later point of time you can check it. Now let me just go you and make you walk through about one of the again uh, good thing about React is like okay, just one more thing. This is again just these are the things I just wanted to get one more thing. I mean, this is something very complex, Redux and all. But yeah, if you are, just trying to make the React work, as of now, you can leave it this. After 6 months or something, you can just try and explore. One of the thing is Formic. This is one of the important thing you will ever come across this one in React. This will make your life much easier. Okay. And let me just see some hook part. I have created few more things. Life cycle of hooks, and these are the things. Still have some time. Can I pull this diagram here? This is same diagram. Let me copy and paste. After this session, I would share you one UI. Now only I'll just make you walk through the UI. This is a preview diagram. Okay. So we have defined a React hook, a complete guide kind of thing here. So I'll just tell you one more thing. Whatever things I'm utilizing, I know it's very hard for you to understand within this time frame, but I'm giving you a content where you can just do a more follow up on that, and you can just try to explore a lot more within that. So if you do so, you guys will be able to have a lot more things into your hand. Okay, so this is a hook categories. We have a state hooks and side effects. Okay, use reducer. This is again one of the feature which you will eventually using every day in your life when you will try to interact with React. Okay, the same goes for use reducer. This is like to combine or I can say multiple state kind of thing. It's like you have few more things and you are using a shared space with lot more person or lot more variables kind of thing. Okay, If you will go again into more depth, you will get to use effect. Use effect, like I mentioned, we have a user state. User state is responsible for changing your or re-rendering your page. Okay, it will make your DOM to understand, okay, we have some changed value. Okay, now if you wanted to do something forcefully, okay, like, okay, I with the help of this, I'll be changing this value or this area. So for that, you can use the use effect. Use effect is also having three different properties. Somewhere here, no, I have somewhere defined. It's not in this diagram, then it will be in some other diagram. Okay, there's use effect and use effect. Okay, there's a separate complete diagram for, yeah. I'll just come here later point of time. Okay, now where it is, yeah. So this is for use effect. Then we have a use, similar way we have use layout. You can just try to explore this one. You will now use, after 1 or 2 years, you might be having, it depends on what feature you are building, of course. But yeah, generally, you can just keep it as, park it as right, and just try to explore a lot more things we have. Okay, then we have a use memo and use callback. This is also you can utilize when you try to have complex feature, and you can memorize your uh, components and the values. Once you try to interact with uh, backend side or API side, you will you might need this one to make your app run more faster. The same goes for use callback. And this is again a very good feature React has given. This is like, it's coming in the performance hooks. This is like something you can use to increase your performance or increase your performance of your application. Okay, now this is a reference hooks. This is again, you can check it out and see what are the feature it offers. Use context. And then here we have other hooks. This you can as of now ignore it, but if you have some curiosity to just see, okay, what are the things other, you can just explore into the React. Okay, you can just try to see this as well. Now this is a few comparison I have done. Try to just read through this one. This is hook rules, where we can call, you should not call within if statement. You should not call within some conditional object. It should be on the top of the component. Okay, so that is one of the things. And just give a read through of this document. You will understand a lot more things. Now let me just go for use effect. Yeah, here we have, I have every piece of information related to use effect and its patterns. So where it can be used, how it can be used, how the update phase will work. There's a 3 mount, update, and unmount phase. Okay, what all the things you have to make sure. Okay, and how you can leverage that. Okay, when you do mount phase, when you do when the use effect will have update phase and these kind of things. Now here are a few things use effect based on so if I'll just show you here, use effect format to declare this. Mm, okay, I'll just simply define here only app.jsx. Okay, from React I'm importing. Now this is the one of the things. You can just do set count here, that's count plus 1. Now here you can define, this is a one of the thing, dependency. So this we call as a dependency array. So dependency, what it does, I mean, here we defined on what values, or based on what condition you have to make sure that this should get called and this should get updated, and based on that your component will re-render. So like I mentioned, you are making your uh, page to forcefully render based on the changes in this one. So if I put as count, just for leave about, okay, this will do automatically, I know, but assume that, okay, you have some 2 3 different use state, and now you want, because of one you have to update the another one, so you can do, and because of the another one updated you have to re-render your complete page. So these are the things you can leverage. This is a use effect, this is a function again, this is a thing you can put, you can write anything here, you can write some code or something logic here, and this is a dependency array. Now this dependency array has a very important thing. Okay, so yeah, this is run once. So if the dependency array doesn't have anything, if you left it empty, it will run at once. That's it. And it will just re-render for the first time. Now, if you put some value within like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever value you are keeping, based on that, whenever the changes happen in either of the variable, the complete re-render will happen. Now, the another one is, if you will leave this, okay, just leave this. If you don't put this one, this is like something every time it will re-render. Now this is the one of the state where you should not put your use effect. Let me just, okay, yeah, this see, run every render at the cause infinite loops, use with caution. So this is like, I mean, of course we should not use, because this is like it, once it will start re-rendering, your uh, browser will start consuming your space, and after 1 or 2 seconds or 5 10 seconds, you will lose your uh, you will start feel lagging of your UI, and you will be having that closing all the things. Okay, then you will end up closing your all the applications. Now this is about the use effect. Mostly at the starting of your React career, you will be using this one, like very well thing, and a bit of Redux things. Now let me just go for cleanup pattern. This is also, you can give a read through, you will understand that information. And execution timeline, I mean, this is, you can leave for now. Okay, common mistakes, if you want, you can just go through again. So this is a more of use state and a use effect. Now let me just, oh, this is React. Oh, this is, I'm done. Okay, fine. I have few things. Since you have weekends and everything, I just wanted to show you a few things, and because this will be the very starting of our the React session. And now for sure I'll be putting some more information, but yeah, this is what the end goal I am thinking we should be having. This is a keeping, it's like I mentioned, kind of a dev hub. So we will be having a home page where we'll be having a project, home button, projects, developer, login, everything. Now here will be a hero section. There is a project card, what are the projects we have, and we should be, this is a like open one. Okay, and then this is a project card, what people have posted, will be able to see the public projects. Here we have a user information and password, and then we have a dashboard. Once we try to sign in, we'll be having a dashboard. Dashboard will say the user statics and the activity, if he has created any projects or recent activity, whatever he has made, and the projects, of course, or whatever he has created previously, list of projects. Now user will have two options, profile and logout. Profile will again go into the depth of the profile. You can do a lot more changes into the profile. Now we will be having the admin dashboard. Admin dashboard will again have users. We can see the list of users. You can delete the users. Okay. There's a projects. Projects is like you can see the projects for each and every users, what who and created, what are the likes we got in that project, and the comments. Now here you will be having the metrics of total users you have onboarded into your application, projects, and the activity. If we'll have enough time, we'll show it. Now this is a project hub. I mean, this is like projects page. If you click on some of the projects, you can just see, sorry. If you just, here we'll be having a view all option. If you click on that view all option, we'll be having the projects cards. Okay, and same goes for if we having users also. If we click on users, this is a users list of users. Okay, this is something component like I have broken down. You can just check and see if you are able to make few things, because we have a weekend, a Saturday, Sunday. You can utilize, you can just explore a lot more React, and I'll provide a lot more other content for you. I'll just put it into this GitHub bucket, and you can just start with the, I'll just sequence wise, I'll put 01, 02, 03. So based on that, you can just go through and just explore more on React and just try to build what I have shown just now. Okay. So yeah, and for the next set of session, we'll be trying to cover more on Node part and the API. Make some API and we can call it, and just let's see if we can do so. And make sure whatever pages we'll be making, I'll be checking next session, because if you guys are not able to build that page, then it's of no use to go for the node session, because until unless we'll not have that, we will not be able to integrate everything. So yeah, let's try to just see and sync. We have 5 minutes more, 5 to 10 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions or any doubts you guys have. If you want some more information, what all the content you want, I'll just give it. Saksham, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you just quickly go for just 4 minutes? I mean, just try to just see if you have any
Yeah.
questions. If
Guys,
not,
if anyone
we'll
have
wind
any
up the
question,
session.
just drop in the live comments. जो भी आपके डाउट्स हैं रिएक्ट को लेके या कुछ भी एनीथिंग. Sir, one asked where I can find good front end designs.
Good front-end design. You can explore the Figma. I mean, let me just see. There are a lot more things. You just type React Figma designs. You can just explore this one. Uh, I have to log in. Okay, but yeah, you can find it. That should not be an issue. You just try to Google it. You will have a lot more libraries. You can find it, no issues. But yeah, it will be hard if you are trying to search for some particular thing, because I mean, based on your idea, your way of thinking, you will not be able to find the UI. But yeah, if you wanted to see how the good UI you can have it in your React application, you can just search for. And if you wanted to more go on the Figma side, or one more thing, I'll just show you. There's an entity design and material UI. I'll just put this also into what you guys have to explore more. Okay, on this side. This is So these are the two designs we actually use it while creating React apps. So the first one is easier. It's like they have a pre-built things, and we can just call the package and use it. So it's like save a lot of time. View template, so you can just explore this as well. And anti-design, this is also a very good thing. And you can actually create Figma screens using this. Okay, so it's like whatever in Figma, you can just try to put it into your React application as well. So it will be same like this. If you want to use your buttons input, see, you have text, you have content, you have outlined. You just try to put the library and just import this. You're good to go. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, yes. So पहले तो basically students को ये बताना चाहूँगा like if you want a good front end तो you can just explore on Figma और बाकी थोड़ा AI का भी use करके you can just explore some Google States, Lovable and any other platforms and this also material UI जो सर ने बताया. So yeah, you can go and just explore all the designs. And so one more question for you. Uh, I understand only 50 to 60% of all the sessions. Sir, I feel hard to understand the codes which shows in the GitHub. I mean, I don't understand all the lines of code. So what should I do?
See, I know it will be very hard, like I mentioned, it will be very hard for you to understand everything. Just try to grab the things or the keywords like I mentioned. If you are not able to understand the code I have written, it's okay. I'm not expecting also, because the way of I'm writing the code, the way you will write the code, it's very different, and it will be. So what you can do, whatever UI you are able to see in the page, you try to make by your own, and then you will have at the very end, when you are also ready, you will start connecting the dots. Okay, why I have created those kind of things. Now if you just ask me, okay, how I'll understand the complete thing about React, see, few things you can explore. One is just create your React app. Just try to see how you can create a simple login page. Once you start doing that simple login page, you will feel that, okay, I have to create one state so that I can just manage my username and password. After that, if I have to create components, I have to check for the props, I have to see the hooks. So in that, if you will start exploring the things, you will have those kind of things. Okay, and now I have to understand this. You can just Google it, or you can just go through the code what I have provided you. You can just see, you can start connecting the dots. Okay, now I got to know, okay, why we have used hooks, why you have used a user state and other state management tool. You can have Redux also. Redux is like, it will be complex for now, but yeah, you can explore, try to have some alternative as well. Of now, it will be easy for you. It's like a simple state you will manage in your local, or cookies also. I mean, these are the things we can use it. That should not be an issue. But yeah, the only thing is like, try to have as much as effort, I mean, as much as things I'm providing, just go through whatever things I'm expecting. Okay, I just like I mentioned in the previous sessions. Okay, just go and try to build the UI page. You should have built it. Okay, you should have gone through those either videos, or just go through the code and just see what is the end result. If you are able to you are not able to understand my code, that's better. I mean, if you are able to code it, that's well enough. Section, any other questions we have?
Okay. So guys, if you have any other question, just let me know.
Mm,
No, sir, I don't think कि आप कोई क्वेश्चन है.
Okay, if not, I'll just give you this page. I'll just push all the things into my GitHub. And like I mentioned, you have the weekend, try to utilize it because it's like a flow coming. And if you will put your efforts, you might able to learn a lot more things. And until unless the effort not coming from your side, it will be hard for to understand any web development thing in the future also. So yeah, try to see. I have created one backend, but it will be of no use if I show you now. So we'll see in next sessions. I'll push all the codes and few extra things I have. I'll just put it into the GitHub. Try to just read through by end of the day today, 10 or 11 something. I'll be able to push. Okay, guys. If you guys have any doubt, just put it on Discord, or you can reach out to me. I'll be happy to assist you. We'll meet in next session. Thank you, guys.
थैंक यू सर एंड गाइस फॉर यू एक हमारा कोड भी अटेंडेंस भी रहेगा जो मैं आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूँगा तो फिर वो आपको वापस से लाइक साइट पे जाके डैशबोर्ड पे डालना पड़ेगा ताकि आपको और एक्सपीरियंस मिले फॉर नाउ थैंक यू सर फॉर जॉइनिंग दिस सेशन एंड teaching the React to our students. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time.
Thank you, team. Thank you, Sakshan.
Thank you, sir. So hi guys, I'm Saksham, your full stack cohort lead. So right now I will just show you the code B. आपने कोड A1 तो डाला होगा उसके अंदर अटेंडेंस सेक्शन के अंदर डैशबोर्ड में तो नाउ इट्स टाइम फॉर कोड बी तो आप जाओ उसको डालो एंड यू गेन जस्ट गेन मोर एक्सपीरियंस दो कोड रहेगा स्टार्ट में और एंड में तो अभी मैं एंड वाला आपको शो कर देता हूँ सो हियर गाइस ये आपका एक सेकेंड हाँ तो ये आपका अटेंडेंस कोड भी है BW_493 ये आप लोग अपनी वेबसाइट जो है बिल्ड विद उद्यमी की उसमें जाके ये अटेंडेंस कोड डाल देना तो आपको एक्स्ट्रा मिलेगा सो यही था आज का सेशन वीक 1 हमारा ख़त्म होता है इसके साथ ही फुल स्टैक का जिसके अंदर हमने आपको वेब डेवलपमेंट फंडामेंटल्स लाइक HTML CSS JSS एंड UI के लिए रिएक्ट थोड़ा कंप्लीट हो गया है तो नेक्स्ट वीक से वी विल नाउ फोकस ऑन बैक एंड तो या so next week से guys you can just need to explore no more backend things like Node, Express and database के लिए MongoDB मैं ये आशा करता हूँ कि अगर आप ये तीनों सेशंस वीक 1 के और तीनों सेशंस वीक 2 के देखेंगे तो आपको इतना हो जाएगा कि आप एक प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में सोच पाओ उसके बारे में ये विद द हेल्प ऑफ AI विद दो आप एक कंप्लीट प्रोजेक्ट बना पाओ और उसको अपने गिटहब पे पुश कर पाओ ताकि हम वो आपके रिज्यूम में ऐड ऑन करके जो इंटर्नशिप अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आती हैं तो फिर उससे आपको शॉर्टलिस्ट कर पाएँ एंड आपको एक अच्छी कंपनी के अंदर इंटर्नशिप दे पाएँ सो विद ऑल दैट गाइज ये हमारा वीक 1 ख़त्म होता है एंड थैंक यू अक्षत फॉर ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दिस लाइव सो सीमलेसली एंड थैंक यू गाइज फॉर जॉइनिंग दिस लाइव bye bye, take care, and see you all next week.